Hey guys, all right, so I've been running a book club for loan officers and real estate agents for the past, few years, I think. Well, we decided we're going to take our small group and we're going to open it up to see if some of you want to participate with us. Now, there's no cost associated with it. However, what we do ask is your participation, you to actually read the book and, believe it or not, show up. The book club starts tomorrow at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you'd like to participate with it, all you have to do is click this banner right over there and all the information will be there. So there you have it. On with the show. Now, a very nice and subtle introduction here, but I gotta tell you, this story today has got me a little irked. 41 independent mortgage banks all signed a letter asking the FHA to drop its mortgage insurance premiums. To which HUD said, and I quote, "We are seeing positive trends that indicate the effectiveness of the options we have implemented. That would just be raising rates. We have taken the time in the first part of the current calendar year to evaluate outcomes for delinquent borrowers as a component of our review of current mortgage insurance premium pricing. We will continue to be judicious about if, when, and how we consider changes to FHA's mortgage insurance premiums." Now, and I mean this, sorry for the strong language, but with all due respect, that response from HUD to the independent mortgage bankers is the biggest line of bull that has ever graced the mouth of a HUD spokesman, and I am not exaggerating. They've taken the time this year to evaluate outcomes for delinquent borrowers? Are you kidding me? Well, let me help out here. Here's a graph from the St. Louis Federal Reserve since 1991. Over 30 years, and delinquencies are about as low as they have ever been. So there, we solved it. But let us keep helping HUD here. Delinquencies are near their lowest ever, but foreclosures are in fact at the lowest ever. Oh, yeah, and according to your very own report titled Annual Report to Congress regarding the financial status of the Federal Housing Authority, FHA's Mutual Mortgage Insurance Fund for fiscal year 2021, you stated as of September 30th, 2021, the Mutual Mortgage Insurance Fund, the MMI fund, capital ratio was 8.03%. The capital ratio, which represents MMI fund capital as a share of insurance in force, the IIF, exceeded the 2% statutory minimum for the 6th straight year. Or to put it another way, you have over 4 times as much money as Congress requires you to have. And you have it at a time of record low delinquencies and foreclosures, all written on the cleanest book of business, both inside and outside of HUD, that the mortgage industry has ever seen in our illustrious near century of operation. So when HUD comes out and says that they are evaluating outcomes for delinquencies and are going to be judicious in the review of their MMI account, they're just lying. They're giving everybody the runaround. There is nothing judicious about hoarding all of this money, and that is exactly what they're doing. They're hoarding billions upon billions upon billions in excess money that they don't need and are not required to hold on to it, unless that money is earmarked to be used elsewhere. Oh, wouldn't that be convenient? You know, a reallocation of the fund, so to speak. You know, like what we've done with Social Security for years. And I'll tell you, Congress is looking at all that money, especially before the primaries, and just licking their chops and just salivating over all the entitlements that they can fund and all the votes that would buy. This is the only reason why HUD would keep their already raised above historically normed levels of mortgage insurance as high as it is right now. It's the only reason they're not dropping them when, if ever, and I mean ever, there was a time to bring MMI premiums back down to historic norms. It would be right now. And as Dave Stevens said, if HUD brings their premiums down, those providing insurance to the GSEs would all but be forced to follow suit, meaning the move would have a benefit that would far exceed the direct influence on FHA loans. Oh, yeah, and let's not also forget this. This would be at a time of record inflation. You know, when government should help if and when possible at our time of need at the hardest hour. And this is a move that HUD can make, my friends, without congressional approval. We don't need to haggle about this. They can just do it. They can just make the smart, obvious, and right move right now, but they've got to be judicious. They got to check their financial status. What a bunch of bullcrap. Now, here's the thing. Lies like this are painful because because everybody knows you're lying. If you're going to keep the hose job going, if you intend to reallocate FHA's MMI funds, just say you're going to do it, would you please? And I don't know, frankly, when you look at the body of work, the collective of wrong moves that we've seen from this administration and their appointees with regard to not only housing, but the economy and our current nasty predicament, the right move would kind of be out of step, it seems, at this point. So I guess inaction and the runaround really shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. However, I'll tell you this, all those independent mortgage bankers who signed this letter that was sent to Marcia Fudge, they're all right. They all know HUD's giving them a runaround right now, and they all wish they could put it how I just did, but they can't do it, so there, I did it. So on behalf of all of those who signed this letter, I'll take that on my own accord over here. HUD, quit giving everybody the runaround and just make the right and obvious move. Lower FHA's MI right now and just give us the smallest bit of reprieve on any level that we could possibly get at this time. You got it in your power. Just do it.